routine. You're like, I am not used to being off on Friday, but now my schedule's different. So anyway, I need to brush out my hair because I said I was gonna go pull weeds in the backyard, and I thought, oh, I could just leave my hair in a braid and later, like, I don't know, brush it then. But some people are very they're very married to their morning routine. And if I'm going out, yes, I'm on to a morning routine. But for me, part of like healthy hair is, or the way that I do healthy hair is, I do like to give my hair time to rest. Like, I feel like leaving your hair in a braid for a day or two sometimes is just so therapeutic. Because I don't know, I just like to give my hair time to rest, because when I washed my hair, I did feel like it was a production. If I started washing my hair like a little bit more like I used to, like once a week, which is not much for some people, then I guess it wouldn't feel like as much of a production. But I mean, I guess I'll see, because I'm happy going, like this last time I thought going 4 weeks without washing my hair but doing rinses was really good. I really liked it. The only thing I really kind of liked about having had freshly washed hair was I felt like, wow, it just felt like there was so much volume to it, and I kind of missed that, because you can get that, but I have noticed that because with wavy hair, I just feel like the top of my hair, even if you do the root rinses, I've thought about this, I just feel like it can be more tricky to detangle it. And sometimes I do a cost analysis benefit, and I think, well, if I just maybe did like wash my hair once a week, it might not take more time. And I really like the result of what my hair looks like when it's freshly washed. I just don't want to wash my hair every day. And I do think, like, if you're looking to try and grow your hair longer and like expand out your hair washes, and you can go a month, I think it's doable. But the thing is, when I say it's doable, I do have to preface it by, yes, it's doable, but I do a lot of things to try and extend out, like having to wash my hair more, like doing the root rinses and whatnot. And I sometimes feel like those things that I do to extend it out might just take as much time as if I were to do a weekly hair wash. And I really do like the way my hair looks like once I've washed it. And this is the results of my hair having been in the braid. I don't know, I kind of like the feeling of having washed my hair. It smells so good, like when it's freshly washed too. I don't know. I really like it. Yeah, it smells so nice and light, airy. There's just something about it that's very nice. I'm also being more strict with comments on my channel because before I always had comment filtering, but I just had some bad actors on my channel, like people that they would pretend to like, I don't even think they were pretending to be a fan of the channel really. They were just writing things that I feel like that would make other people feel uncomfortable. Because sometimes I'm like, this just seems rude. Like, it's a backhanded compliment and just rudeness. And I don't need things like that in my life. Like, I want my channel to be a positive place. And when I had a few people that were pretending to leave, like, what you would think seemed like nice comments, but they just really, when you go down below the surface, well, honestly, some of the comments were just, they were not good. And I don't want comments that make me feel uncomfortable or that I feel just are not appropriate to a general PG-13 audience. Like, you shouldn't be on YouTube if you're under 13. Really, you shouldn't. I mean, your parents should be putting a book in your hands and you should be reading more books. You shouldn't be on the internet so much unsupervised, in my opinion. And if you are, that means there's an adult that's not doing enough education. Like, I'm not saying you can never go on YouTube, but I really don't think you should be. I think if you're under 13, you need to be doing kid stuff, like hobby stuff, like fun stuff, like that children should be doing. Like, why are you on social media? I know a lot of people are letting the tablets raise their kids nowadays, but YouTube even says with COPA, the act that people under 13 are not really supposed to be on YouTube, you know? Not really, not unsupervised. And I just think if you're like a younger person, you really shouldn't be here anyway, but I still do gear my content to like a PG-13 audience. And when I would continuously just get comments from a few people, I don't know if they were doing it just to try to get attention or to provoke me or just to like generally, they were not being polite because I have plenty of people, like look, I know some people will keep all comments, some people are like, oh, all engagement's engagement, cha-ching, I'm making money off your engagement, cha-ching. I don't feel like that. I feel like if a comment is like rude or challenging or just like, I don't know, like I see this on TikTok where some people say they wake up to, I don't understand what's going on with people on social media. Like somebody posts a video like, I'm looking for this woman and she was the one who did this, and then everybody goes looking for her in the comments of this one woman's TikTok video, and then they're like kind of cyberbullying somebody that wasn't even the person this person was looking for. I just feel like, why are people making content like that? I do think there are certain things in your life that you should just handle on your own without social media. Like, you don't need, like, I think if you're gonna make content, it should be positive. And I want my content to be about the positivity of long hair. And I do like connecting with both men and women who have an interest in long hair and who want to grow hair. And if you think long hair is pretty, you can watch, for surely. But I just don't like bad actors, and I just decided, you know what, I'm done. I'm done trying to get certain people to know how to behave, and it was provocation, like some of these people. I think they just get a kick off leaving kind of slimy, sort of, like, comments that, you know, and the one guy, he even admitted he wasn't a fan of my channel. I said, because actually I told him, like, the real fans of my channel, they don't leave comments like that. They actually listen to things I'm saying, like, and he admitted it, which I knew all along. Like, I knew you weren't a fan of my channel. You just like to leave provocative comments. I don't know why. I don't go watch, like, if there was a creator that was posting stuff that I didn't like, that kind of made me want to leave comments like that, I wouldn't watch them. I don't really understand somebody doing that. Like, what's your motivation? I think your motivation is that you kind of like conflict, or you just like attention, but yet you're doing it on an anonymous level because nobody's gonna know who you are because you don't have a picture of yourself on your profile, okay? Like, you don't post videos. We don't. Anonymity makes it really easy to say a lot of things. Like, I think some of these posters are saying things that they would like to say to women, maybe, but they know they couldn't really say in public. And you know, I've always been a pretty tolerant person, but I got to the point, why am I keeping certain types of comments when I don't like those comments and they're not what my channel is about, and I don't think they're fair to people who come here to just relax and watch nice, relaxing content. So going forward, I just feel that even if a comment seems kind of like it isn't really mean, it seems like it could be nice, like, but it's like borderline because it's engaging in plus PG-13 like themes that I don't really like stuff. You don't need to make specific like comments like that, and you know what you're doing, and I'm not even going to address it really, but I just decided I'm deleting more of those comments. I put a higher filter in because some people couldn't control themselves and they would write certain words, like there were these certain words that they just had to put in a comment. Poor baby, like what are you, a 30-year-old man, and you can't control yourself and you have to write a word like that? Because I know you're not, I can tell by the things that some of these people say, you're not a little kid. Like if you were like a 15-year-old, maybe I'd be like, you know what, maybe you're just learning about the internet or something, and you really shouldn't be leaving comments like that. But I can tell some of these are older men. I don't think they're like super older, but you can kind of tell, maybe around the age of 30. I can kind of just tell by certain things they say, and I'm like, yeah, and certain words, like they just can't control using that word. They just have to say it, and I'm like, okay, I'll make a filter for you. Since you can't filter yourself, I'll filter you. Because I'm doing God's work, you know. I am. Really, I don't know. People are silly, but whatever. Honestly, I just don't want weird comments. I really just don't want weird comments. I'm just like, I'm not a fan. I don't want like just traffic to have it. I don't like those videos where people are looking for somebody and then they're seeking out this person and like sending them hate. Like that's weird. Like make more positive. Okay, so I'm going to talk about hair. That's enough of that. So yes, this brush, as everybody's been mentioning, like why? Okay, I know there's like different camps in the long hair world. And a lot of people are like, it's all about the wood brush or the boar bristle brush for them. But I'm like, I have a wood comb, okay? Like I have a whole thingy full of like combs and brushes I don't use. And I actually have like a wooden comb down here. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. I know it is. I have another thing of lotion too. Oh, I had you as well. Okay. Another thing of lotion. Where's that comb? Where's that comb? And it's down there somewhere. Not important. Anyway, the point is, I didn't even like the wood comb. Like I know some people are like, oh, wood combs are just better for hair because they distribute oils, but I don't really agree with that. Because I'm like, can I just show you something? How oil distributes itself. Any object will distribute oil. Wood, plastic, this is science, okay? I just want to show you something. Okay, so you take oil, right here, take a little bit of hair oil, right? And you take a plastic brush. I want to show you this. This is science. Look, did you see that there's oil on the brush too? Any kind of brush distributes oil. Anything distributes oil. So it's not true that only certain types of brushes distribute oil. They all do. They all distribute oil. I don't know why we persist with this mythology that somehow a wood brush or a boar bristle brush distributes oil better than like a plastic comb. They all distribute oil because oil distributes on your hands, it distributes on objects. And I've decided I will never oil my scalp. I don't think that's necessary for hair growth. I think maybe some people are having wonderful experiences with that, but I still think that could be I just feel like that could give you an allergic reaction sometimes. I personally am never gonna do that. I'm not gonna ever put oil on my scalp. But that's just my theory on it. Everybody has their own philosophy, I guess, about what they believe oil does. I love to mix oil and water. I know they say they don't mix, but yeah, I think they do a little. Tip, you will have to dry your bathroom floor afterwards. I hate bathroom rugs. Disgusting. I just use a towel. Like I hate bathroom rugs because I know people are like, oh, I wash them once a week. I'm like, that's gross. Because no. I hate bathroom rugs. Just put a towel down and then dry your floor. It's simple. Plus, you don't get weird mold and dirt and all sorts of, like everybody's sharing that bathroom rug. I just, no. I find that very just gross. And then some people have, I don't think people do this as much, but they have like a toilet seat with a rug on it. Like, are you just inviting germs to come live in your toilet? All over your toilet? Because how are you going to clean, like, and I know people are like, oh, we wash that stuff, but I just think it's disgusting. I hate bathroom rugs. Like, why does your bathroom need a rug? Use a towel. That's just my opinion. And you can wash the towel each time. And yes, I'm into high towel washing and hygiene. Because I don't see the point of reusing a bathroom towel. I find that gross. And I don't. You do not need to reuse your bathroom towel. Okay? And if you've worn your clothes out one time, it's one and done. You're one and done. Okay? And I'm just finding that when we voice in that, it cuts down on spreading germs throughout your house. You don't need to wear shoes in your house, and that's actually something that, years ago I saw my uncle do. And then when I went to school, like a lot of Asian people, like if you have Asian roommates, they do not like to wear shoes in their house. And I think it's just a way to keep your house. And then I kind of cringe, like I know this is, but like you see a video on YouTube and people are wearing shoes in their house or on the carpet, it gives me like an ick cringe because I'm like, that's been outside, and even if you clean it, I'm just like, take your shoes off inside your house. You don't need to wear shoes in the house. Plus, I love the feeling of bare feet, and I'll wear a sock on my feet. Apparently, I don't know, my sister says she has to wear slippers or something, but I'm like, I don't want something on my feet all the time. Society already dictates that we have to wear shoes. Of course, you have to wear shoes when you're outside because that would be disgusting. But I don't know. I'm barefoot right now because I love not wearing shoes. I just do. I love like being barefoot. It feels so nice. Or I wear socks when it's cold, but I don't need slippers. I'm just like all these things that. Plus, like I feel like I can massage my feet and I can bend my feet, and it just feels so darn nice, It really does. So now it's time for us to take me. This is the final thing I like to do. After I brush my hair in a few sections, I like to just, this is what it's looking like from the back. Nice and fluffy. Oh, thank you. Well, I work the next 2 days, but I hope you have a good weekend. I actually have a little bit of a schedule change, so I'm off today, and yeah, I decided to brush my hair because I have to go pull weeds. I've been putting this off. Like, I have a little patio area. I don't want to go out there anymore, but I'm doing good. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Yeah, doing good. No complaints. Thank you, Shutters. I think that's how you say your name, Shutters. Oh, now. Oh, about that. Yeah. Just trying to smooth out my hair here. What's that? These brushes still do get hair pulled out of them, by the way. I just feel like, versus this brush, I feel like, yeah, I do think the wet brush is very gentle still. Don't get me wrong. It's a very gentle brush. I just think it pulls a little bit less on the hair, if that makes any sense. Okay. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the wide tooth comb. So when I combed down my hair the other day, I did use the wide tooth comb, okay? And I do that when I detangle my hair, but the reason I don't use a wide tooth comb anymore and I went back to using a brush is it's actually more gentle and it's like you spend less time. Because I thought, okay, I read like on the long hair community a few years ago, oh, you should just use a wide tooth comb. And a lot of women have actually reverted from doing this, maybe men too, because this brush, this is the viral TikTok. I know they call it the viral TikTok brush, but I didn't buy it on TikTok. I literally bought it on Amazon. And it was more than I wanted to spend. But just buy this brush, guys. This is the FHI Heat. You know, maybe I'll put it as a link in this video. This brush, it's kind of like a wide tooth comb because it has different length angles. Bristles, not different lengths of bristles, and they're very widely spaced apart. So this one has fewer bristles than this one. This one's bristles are a little bit more bendy than this one, but there's just something about this brush. It has like the benefits of a wide tooth comb, but honestly the reason I want to just solely use a wide tooth comb is because a wide tooth comb actually takes more time. And I actually, a lot of people have said this, and I'm kind of inclined to agree. I think like even the wet brush on the daily, or even better, the end brush, I think this one's even better, are better than the wide tooth comb. They just are, because the wide tooth comb still will tug, because it doesn't have, I think the wide tooth comb is good when your hair is very wet. And you need to get tangles, but even the other day I started going into this next because some people are just using this now. Like some people when they wash are just using the wet brush. It's better than that boar bristle brush. I'm just like, everybody's being told, like there's different hair camps right now, and I'm in the unbrushed hair camp. Like a lot of people are in the boar bristle brush hair camp, a lot of people are in the wooden brush hair camp, wide tooth comb camp. I'm in the this brush, just like you don't need the boar bristle brush. I won't buy them anyway because I'm vegan. Primarily, I'm not gonna buy a boar bristle brush. I just think the whole idea is gross. Plus, like if you're Muslim or something, you won't even want to use them. And there's some religions that don't like them because it's literally like this calf boar, and I don't want to use them personally. So I say this unbrush, it's the one, it's the very, 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 very best. Very best. So I'm showing you guys the best of the best tools, like, and I'm not charging you for a hair consultation either. Just either go buy this brush, or like the wet brush is good too, but I think this one's a step up. I still think a wide tooth comb when you're like freshly washed hair, yes. But detangling brushes outrank combs. They just do, because first off, you spend less time detangling your hair, and I think they're actually more gentle. Like, there's a thought that, oh, wide tooth comb's gentle, but it's not really as gentle as people think, because you have hard bristles, okay? And then you have to contend with the hard bristles. So it's not quite as gentle as people think it is. That's just my contention on that. Make sure that these are nice and even. I think they're even enough. They're even enough, I guess. So I'm in the FHI Heat Unbrush camp. That's the best brush right now, I think. But I like having the wet brush too, because I don't know, I own it, so I still use it. But if you're looking to buy a new brush, just get the unbrush. You don't even, I mean, I think a wide tooth comb is good, like at the very beginning of detangling your hair after it's wet, after washing. But then after that, you just migrate over to wet brush. Yeah, the wet brush is just, it's almost as soft. But I think when you go up the hair shaft, it can tug a little bit more. But these brushes are so much more gentle than like standard brushes. Like they're very bendy bristles. So, and I'm not talking about the unbrushed dupe. Like get the real one, because I don't know if the dupe's good. Maybe it's okay, but I don't think it's as good, honestly. That's why I don't even recommend, like some people are like, you have to go to long hair community to learn like hair techniques. No. You can look there, but it's basically people just posting their opinions. And then I looked there recently and they were like accusing some lady with long hair of like having CGI hair. And that's not everybody, but I'm like, I never got much from that forum. Like I guess if you're like a complete newbie and you've never had long hair before, but I think if you've had long hair, like you have some intuition about like I just like basically everything I do in my hair is basically my intuition just amplified. Since over the years, like I've learned new tricks and techniques and whatnot. It's my intuition amplified, so to speak. Yay, here's the braid. Braid, braid, braid. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, who told you wide tooth comb is better? Is it the mythology of the long hair community? I don't know. Their mythology goes long and wide. But guys, people with the long hair, we know, like, when it works. Like, if you want to do the wide tooth comb, do that. But I did that for a long time. Like, when I started my super long hair journey, I read, okay, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not dissing it. But I read like, oh, you should do that, and then you should like use a brush later. It just seemed like a lot of work. Because there's no difference. And then somebody was saying like, and I'm not totally discrediting that forum, but somebody was saying recently she doesn't even use a wide tooth comb anymore, and now she just uses the wet brush. I just think there's a lot of like, because okay, we need to talk about this, the science behind this, because I don't know, science. This is good for like if your hair is wet to get into tangles to kind of break them up, but this is going to cause more breakage than this, and this has the less. And I just have, everybody has hair come out. I just don't like it when hair comes out, yeah. That's what everybody says. Like, I remember reading that on the long hair community. They said that the wide tooth comb is the best. I kind of came to the conclusion it can be good, like when you've really washed your hair. Maybe if your hair is knee length or something, because I remember when my hair was super long, I was still doing wide tooth comb first, honestly, but my hair was really, really, really super long at that time. So like if your hair is like really, really super long and you're doing it in sections, probably yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying, but then I still had to go back with the brush. So I guess if you like this better, I shouldn't say it's bad. If you like this better, you should go with this. I've just been seeing a lot of people say recently now that they have discovered this, and I didn't even know how good the wet brush was. I had a wet brush, like, you know what, there's certain brushes I will not use though anymore. I have a lot of brushes, like this one. I used to use this, okay? Now when I had this, I definitely was like, yeah, I need the wide tooth comb more, because this, like, it's not very bendy at all. And I used to feel like I need to do a wide tooth comb before this, because this one just wasn't very bendy. And then, like this one, like this standard brush. Hi, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Okay. But I think a lot of people, like a lot of us, are changing our minds though too. And that's another reason I'm going to start being more open about what I think maybe works better, because there's a lot of women on here with long hair. They're charging money for consultations. Like, they're charging other people, saying that they can teach them how to grow their hair long. And I just think that's wild. Like, how can you? I don't know. Some people, they just want to make money. And I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not. But I just think it's wild that anybody thinks that they could give somebody a consultation on the internet. And I think that's wild. Or they're selling a hair course, and they're selling all sorts of stuff. And then they're like, well, use this and use that. So I'm being a little bit more out there about what I think works. And you can use a wide tooth comb. You can. But this is probably better. This is better. Like, it just is. It's better. Like, guys, there's ladies with super long hair that are using unbrushed, okay? Floor length hair. So I don't even have to justify it. I'm the lady with the long hair. You guys aren't, so you don't know, right? You know? Thanks, Laura. I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, I mean, if you like the wide tooth comb, you should do it. I guess I'm kind of shocked and like floored that people don't know like how I detangle my hair. Like, they don't know. It's fine. It's like, I don't know. I think people watch my videos, but I think they just don't really watch what I'm doing, or they don't hear what I'm saying, or it's so shocking all the time. I don't know. But if you want to do a wide tooth comb, you can do it. That's fine. I'm glad you like my channel, Laura. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is the look. This is the hairstyle. I am like, ever since I found out about the wet brush, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this more. And I'm sure like when your hair gets super long, maybe like it's super long lengths, it's probably a little bit easier to do a wide tooth comb, because I did use that. If you look back in my old videos, I did do that. But because I'm somebody where it tends to take me a lot longer to brush out my hair than other people. Like, some people are the 1 minute flat club. So a wide tooth comb is going to take me twice as long. Like, if I were to do this with what I did with a wide tooth comb and then go do it with a brush, that would take twice as long. Okay, and how I'm talking, right? But it's just, it takes me longer amounts of time to detangle my hair, and then that can tug and pull. So I think if you have super long hair, yes, maybe you do it in sections. But if you're brushing your hair every day with a wide tooth comb, it's gonna take longer. And I'm not like part of the 5 minute flat hair brushing club. So if you are, then you're gonna use it, right? I mean, I don't know. I like this guy better. I love him a lot. This is a good brush. I love it. So, what else? Yeah, I don't oil my scalp. Just prolong your hair washing. Like, you could go from 1 week to a month of not washing your hair. You could rinse your scalp in the shower. And I was talking to another guy, actually. He's growing his hair long, and we were talking about this, and we're like, because I looked at like Indian hair oiling, and they're not like traditionally, they didn't like have a dropper like traditionally putting oil into their scalp, they put oil all over their hair. And the thought of the oil was it was to help detangle your hair. It's not like to put, because your natural hair makes oil. So if you just wash your hair a little bit less, it's going to create oil. And there's like some people are like, no, like your scalp, your sebum doesn't have the same nutrients as like castor oil. Like I literally heard somebody saying that in the comments, saying that you must put castor oil because that was what was going to make your hair grow on your scalp. But I kind of disagree with that, because like sebum is your natural hair oil. Like how is that going to have less nutrients than castor oil, which is a plant oil? And I'm vegan, like I do plant oils. Like I just don't ever plan on doing hair oiling because I don't think that's necessary. And I've never, not hair oiling, but scalp oiling, because I do put oil in my hair, but I've never specifically, like I've experimented a couple of times where I did do some scalp oiling, but I didn't even do it like other people did it. And I think when I put it in henna, I put oil in henna, like that gets on my scalp, but I'm not like specifically like trying to put it into my scalp. I just don't think you need to do all these things that they're promoting nowadays. Like I don't think you need to do clarifying hair scrub. Like that's another thing I'm seeing on the FYP, where women are taking these brushes and they're doing like a detox hair shampoo thing before they shampoo, and then they're doing a hair mask, and then they're doing conditioner. And I don't think you need to do all that. I just don't. Like honestly, what did I do the other day? I have great hair, and I'm not using VO5 anymore, but I use these two guys. I did deplete that one shampoo, it's almost all gone. Used these two guys. I did this leave-in conditioner. I have tried some of this oil. This is new, it's a sample, the Moroccan hair oil. Tried some of that, but I wouldn't buy that again because it's $40. And I just use the Yves Rocher oil. I put olive oil in my hair. So all these things that they're saying that you have to do with your hair to grow it long, I personally don't believe that. I think it's more about if you're gentle with your hair. Like you have to be very, very, very slow and very, very gentle. And actually, I kind of specialize in that because I take more time in brushing my hair. Like I'm probably more gentle with my hair than a lot of people. You know? A lot of people aren't as gentle as me. No, I'm not saying it's bad to use oils. Like I put oil, but I think with the scalp you have to be careful, okay? Because there's this promotion of the hair oiling in the scalp, and I'm gonna caution about that because there's some women that got seborrheic dermatitis from putting like high concentrations of oil on their scalp. And then they were washing their hair like a lot. And I feel that's like promoting a lot of products, and there's a lot of like hair care regimes. Yeah, I use olive oil sometimes, and then I use like the coconut oil. And so do you have really long hair, Cheddars? I'm just curious. You must have super long hair. Maybe. I don't know. But, you know, I value other people's opinions. I guess I'm just kind of... I'm going to be more out there about mine, though, because there's just so many things you see on the internet where people are like, they have this catchy little video, and they're like, you need to do this, this, and this. And there's nothing wrong with being an influencer or having a company sponsor you. You just have to keep in mind at the end of the day, this man may have grown their hair long because they're being more gentle with their hair. It's not because they're using that specific brand. But if they're a brand ambassador, they're going to showcase how to use those things. Like the scalp oiling. I still am going to say I'm a little hesitant about the promotion of pouring a lot of oil on your scalp. And that's not even really super traditional. And then some other people are like, oh, you can't brush your hair after you oil it, which is counterintuitive because Ayurvedic hair care, Middle Eastern hair care, was all about you would put some oil in your hair to help detangle it. So where is all this coming from? Like, and there's just people, they're on here and they're just saying this like it's absolute gospel truth. And then you have other women, they're like, but they're in the comments of these women's videos and they're like, but it helped me grow my hair. Oh my gosh, like this gave me scalp irritation. Just be really careful. I wouldn't just go putting lots of oil into your scalp. If I just personally want to do that. We're of the extend your hair wash crowd. We just put oil in our hair and it naturally works up to your scalp. I know a lot of the people that are pro scalp oiling, but I'm trying to deconstruct these camps for you guys because there's a lot of hair camps. There's a lot of people selling a product, selling a hair consultation service. There's a lot of people trying to sell you things on here. There's nothing wrong with that if that's how they make their living, but I'm not selling a hair consultation. I mean, I benefit if you buy some stuff from my Amazon storefront, but I'm not selling you consultations and I'm not trying to sell you a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just sharing like how I grew my hair long. And I think we need to listen to people like that. And then of course it's going to be very individualized. This is so true. Very true. I mean, if it works for you, that's good. I just worry because I knew some people, and there's also people online that have been saying, like when they oil their scalp, that they end up getting like really, really, really bad like seborrheic dermatitis. So, but whatever works for you is good. I do really like olive oil though. I won't argue with you on that. Another one I'm very cautious about, and this is actually traditional. Some people put onion water in their hair. I'm not going to do that. Just, I don't know, eat onions. Like, I love onions. Like, I'll eat onions, but I don't know about putting onion water in my hair. I'm not going to do that, you know. But I guess if you're suffering from hair loss and some of these natural remedies work, they're probably better than doing minoxidil. Like, I would think, you know. I would be very cautious, like if people are losing hair already and then they start trying a lot of these things and then they might get like a scalp irritation. That's my concern with all that, you know? No, nobody should be able. I mean, anybody can grow their hair long. Let's see. Everybody can grow their hair long. Yeah, I think the criticism, I've talked a little bit about this before, like the criticism of hair growth. It's coming from a very insecure place. Like, I think there's certain things that might have been healthier in the past. I do think being too dependent on social media can be unhealthy, yes. I've talked about some of the bad parts of modern life, like people who put their divorces or like their spouse cheating on TikTok and they're looking for the person and then they're like targeting a woman. That stuff's gross. I think there's some things in modern days that are bad, but I do think there were some things in the past, like a lot of just being discriminatory against people wanting to have long hair and just comments about people who have long hair, or just seeing men, like I knew men that had long hair and people just saying things about them like that they shouldn't have long hair. And you know, my dad had long hair and some people didn't like it, and just silly stuff. But anyway, these are my thoughts. Thanks for watching.